So the Cultic demo was just about everything I'd want out of a video game. It's a very dark, violent, retro-styled FPS with those same chunky 3D realms weapon animations that you know and love. Cultic wears its blood influence on its sleeve, which definitely isn't a bad thing, because blood is a masterpiece, let's be real. Since I'm a massive degenerate, the first thing I did after finishing the Cultic demo was watch the current world record speedrun of the game and then immediately open the game again. I decided to attempt the main skip of the speedrun, where you stack an explosive barrel on top of a chair by a gate that leads to the end of the level, and completely skip over the gate using the stack of objects. Upon attempting to stack the objects, I accidentally stumbled upon a few oddities that would lead to a discovery of a glitch that I used to cut the world record speedrun time almost in half. Allow me to explain. While I was messing around with some of the stacked objects, I managed to put the barrel through the fence, completely out of my reach. Upon seeing that this was possible, I decided to place more objects through the gate to analyze some of the object behavior, and to find out how placing the barrel through the wall even happened in the first place. I immediately took notice of some of the object properties. When you are holding an object, said object loses all collision while in your hands. It phases through everything. The object will not affect your movement no matter what surface you decide to run it into. When you move your object partially into a wall and then drop it, the object will instantly snap back into bounds, into the closest open space available. This is why it's easy to accidentally put objects over the gate, because the gate acts as a very thin wall. If you hover the majority of the object into the other side of the gate and then drop it, it will fall onto the other side of the gate. But this is where things get a little bit more interesting. Originally, I tried seeing if I could glitch myself through the gate using an object, but this led to me realizing that when the object snaps back into bounds, it has momentum, and this momentum affects you. It physically pushes you as it snaps back into place. And if you can get the momentum of the object snapping back into bounds to go upward, you can actually transfer the momentum into your jump, and you can jump extremely high. At least I believe that's what's happening here. I've only ever tried this in the one corner by the gate because I figured that would be the only place where this trick would be applicable, at least in the demo level. So I encourage you to experiment and maybe find some other spots where you can pull off some interesting jumps. I've found that the most consistent angles for the jumps are either when you jump on the barrel and look straight down at it, and then use that as your jumping tool, or use a barrel that is on its side with the end of the barrel that's facing you to be slanted upwards towards you. Now I'll be doing a brief breakdown of my run, and I'll be going over the mistakes I made so you can just fix those mistakes and then have a free world record. So there actually isn't that much to break down here. There was just a couple of things that I wanted to point out. So right here, during this run, I'm actually testing to see if you can just walk into the barrel to knock it over to try and get it to an angle that I'm more comfortable doing the glitch jump with. But that actually turned out to not be the case. You can't do that. I actually tied this time with a time that has me jump on top of the barrel and look straight down at it. So that might be the superior strategy, but I'm not quite sure. And right here, to make up for the fact that you can't knock the barrel over while walking into it, I actually just drop it and then pick it back up. Although I don't really think this is necessary. I think you can get away without doing this and just grabbing the barrel in a different way. It is now my sworn duty to find weird jump exploits in modern retro-style FPS games and apply them to speedrunning.
Cringe!